My first guest, one of the biggest movie stars in the world, if not the biggest movie star in the world. His films include, of course, The Terminator, Total Recall, True Lies. Currently starring in The Sixth Day in theaters right now and just getting tremendous reviews. Please welcome Arnold Schwarzenegger, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I got to ask you now, because I know you're a political guy. You're very involved in politics. What is your take on this whole thing in Florida? What do you got on that?
Oh, I knew you were going to come up with something funny. Well, I think that, first of all, everyone knows that I'm for George W. Bush, right? I love the guy.
Which is very brave in Hollywood, because most Hollywood people go for
exactly.
Gore.
I really like the guy. I think he's great. But it doesn't mean, that I'm against Al Gore.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I like the guy. I even did a story about his life in one of my movies called True Lies.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, hey! Now, let me ask you.
But I think that there's something to be learned about this whole mess in Florida. Like I, for instance, get good tips from them for my next plot for the movie Terminator III.
Right, really?
Yeah, absolutely. I think in that movie, the scenario will be that I will come back to the current present time, and make Al Gore stop inventing the internet.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
And that would clear the...
Yeah, no, I think it would be a good plot for Terminator 3. Don't you think so?
Well, let me ask you something. And I know we've been over this before, but never, I don't think, in an election year. Your wife, Maria Shriver, of course, with the Kennedys and everything, a Democrat. When you watch election coverage together, do you sit in separate rooms? What do you do?
Well, that's a little bit personal. I don't tell you what we did. But I don't want to talk about my sex life. But anyway...
Hey, boom, boom.
But actually...
He'll be here all week. Try the meal.
Now, what we do is, I think, like every election night, we just sit there. Maria watches the results in the bedroom, and I'm out there in my Humvee watching the results.
Really?
So that's what we do. So this way, there's no fighting going on.
Really?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Now, there was talk of you running for political office, which would be great for me.
Oh, I believe
now,
that.
do you think you might do that? Is that something you have an interest in?
I really don't know. But I tell you one thing, we did some surveys just recently.
Really?
Yeah, and it was really interesting. We got 100% of the votes of all the Austrian immigrants that are bodybuilders living in Los Angeles.
Really?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, I think that's very encouraging. Don't you think so?
Well, that is encouraging. Sure.
So things are really moving.
100%. That's very strong. Yeah. Really. And I tell you, you can't discount that Austrian bodybuilder.
No.
vote.
I really rely on them.
Well, let me ask you about now. How would this work? I mean, your wife, Maria, she is a Democrat. Would she support you? You'd run as a Republican, right? How would that work? Would she support
Well, knowing Maria, she probably would be running against me.
Really? So what is your family doing for Thanksgiving?
She's very supportive.
Yeah,
she's very supportive, yeah. Now, what we do for Thanksgiving, I don't know. But the first part, I'm going to stay here in Los Angeles, because I love the turkey, eating the turkey and all this. Plus, it's the only time in Los Angeles where you see natural breasts.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm
look at that. Now you see,
I'm looking forward to that,
You're losing voters right there. Now you have 4 kids.
Then the rest of the time we spent together, we're going to go to Washington, and then Thursday night probably we will be watching TV, watching all the frantic Florida people counting the tangling chads. And just figuring out, who's going to win and all that. We were doing the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, you have 4 kids. I know this now. Who's the disciplinarian in the house? Is it you or Maria? Who is more strict? You seem like you would be more strict.
I told you, I'm not going to get into the sexual talk here. But we're not into mutilation or anything like this, so don't worry about it. Maria is probably the more disciplinarian. I mean, she's much stricter. You know, the kids, whenever they want something, they come to me and say, Daddy, can I have this truck? Can I have the Game Boy? Can I have this and that? And then I go out and take them to the toy store and get it.
Yeah, so you're soft.
I mean, what are you going to do? Exactly.
Soft. Now, I saw you on one of the news shows. You at a watch auction in New York, watches, expensive. You were auctioning off watch. What was that all about?
Well, we have, you know, the Inner City Games Foundation, which is for inner city kids to help them get education and physical training and computer training and all those things. So we, of course, always raise money for that. Right. And one of the ways that we raise money is we had a big watch auction where we auctioned off Audemars Piguet watches at Christie's in New York. Right. And we made like $1.5 million we raised on that, which half of it went to the Muhammad Ali Center, Youth Center, and half of it went to the Inner City Games. And it was amazing. There was like, those watches, it was like gold watches, diamond watches, silver watches, it was celebrity watches. No, but the ones that really were the highest priced watches was like, for instance, there were special editions. One edition was the New York edition. Yeah. Now that, of course, doesn't give you the time, it just gives you the finger. But I mean, it's a fun watch. It raised a lot of money, I'm telling you,
Really?
Then, thank you. Then we have the political watches also.
You had a political watch?
Political watch. You see the Al Gore watch?
The Al Gore watch?
That one came with 2 faces.
Really?
Yes, it was really a great one.
He's on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. More with the comedy stylings of Arnold right after this. Arnold Schwarzenegger, be right back. Welcome back. Talking with my clone, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, you mentioned, you mentioned Terminator 3, and I heard a rumor, and maybe you can verify. Is the next Terminator, will it be female? Will it be a female Terminator?
Yes, it will be a female Terminator in there, yes. Yeah,
now, can you tell us, who do you think? Who would be good to play that?
No, I think we don't know yet who is going to play that, but I think we are looking at this time right now. But I think that, for instance, the Secretary of State of Florida, Catherine Harris, will be a good one.
Really?
I think, I mean, she single-handedly almost terminated Gore's campaign.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I think she'll be a good candidate. Or if Bill Clinton cheats one more time, I think Hillary Clinton will be a good terminator.
Really? Really?
Yeah. She will be going out there.
You're like a stand-up
I'm looking at different things, trust me.
Now, Arnold will be at Giggles Comedy Club all next week, ladies. Tell people about that. Let's talk about 6th Day, because this is great. It's a terrific movie, and it's gotten great critical reviews, and you've gotten wonderful reviews in it too. And
we are very happy with it.
And it's got a great story. Tell people what it's about.
It's a great story, and we've gotten great reviews. It's doing really well out there. People love the film. It's for the whole family, and it's basically a story about a guy that didn't know that he was cloned. He comes home one day, and he looks inside the living room window, and he sees his clone with his wife kissing and grabbing her, and with the daughter and the whole thing. And you know, it's this whole thing. He's in a total state of shock, only to find out 2 minutes later that he's being arrested and taken in because they wanted to kill him. They say, you know, there has been a violation, you know, you've seen him now and we have to eliminate. So he's trying to get his life back throughout this whole story, and his family back, and trying to figure out what has happened here. And of course, it's a very emotional story and a very dramatic story at the same time.
Would that be a menage a moi?
We don't know yet what you call it.
Now, what did I hear? I heard you almost drowned on the set. Now, was that a true story? Is that one of those rumors?
Yeah, no, actually, you know, whenever you're not really paying much attention to it, I mean, I'm very good in scuba diving and in swimming. Right. And there was one scene where I was diving underneath in
the big tank.
The big tank, exactly, from one clone embryo to the other. And I got lost, literally lost, and I came out where there was no opening on the top. Exactly, the plexiglass, yeah. So it came out, and of course, it was totally out of air. And you know, just the last second, someone reached for my hand, a scuba diver, and pulled me out. But I mean, those kind of things happen in movies all the time. I mean, I remember on Junior, where I was pregnant. I had morning sickness for 3 months after that.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Or when I was in Batman and Robin, I remember I was playing Mr. Freeze. I mean, the eyes made things shrink, you know, and so you know, but you never know with those movies, you know. There's always a side effect.
Some of us don't have that problem, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Whatever makes you feel comfortable,
exactly, sure. Very comfortable.
Now, what is this scene we're going to see here? This is the scene. Tony was great too.
Tony Goldwyn, yeah.
He's the bad guy.
Exactly. And this is a scene where one of us finds out that he's a clone.
Right.
That's what happens.
Take a look. He's like a Bill Gates kind of guy.
That's right. Yeah, very rich.
Take a look. 6 days. No, it's great. It's really terrific. Now you mentioned that you mentioned you wouldn't mind being cloned.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we have an actual cloning. Now it has been tested. Are you man enough here tonight to try? And do you think you can do? All we need is a sample of your hair, just any kind of DNA. That'd be the easiest DNA sample to get at this point. Let's come on over here. Come on, Can we bring out the cloning machine again? I don't know how this will work. Okay. This machine costs over $25 million.
I know, it looks very expensive.
Now, if you could you put a DNA sample right in here? Maybe just, strand of hair. That's it. There you go. That's very good. Very good. Okay, now you see, give that a second. I'm going to throw this switch, and this will clone an exact copy of you, or a reasonable facsimile. All right, here we go. Let's give it a second. See, lights always go out when you clone.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, let's see. All right. It doesn't take too long. Now, you look very suspicious. All right, let's see.
Never know with you.
All right, let's see how it worked here.
I'm an exact replica! I look just like it!
It's close.
Only without the muscles and the action! I'm exact!
Not bad.
You can't tell us apart!
Obviously a problem.
What happened to the muscles?
It's obviously a problem.
Look at this.
Obviously a problem.
Exact! I don't have the muscles or the action, but still!
They obviously just cloned a small part of you. Arnold, thank you very much. Thank you. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the 6th day. Arnold's clone. Thank you very much. Be right back with Jeffrey Tambor right after this.